A man punched Stan so hard that his jaw dislocated. The doctor kept tapping Stan's jawbone repeatedly to put it back in place. After that, Stan put on a jaw brace, but his mind was completely occupied with hamburgers, so he headed straight for a burger joint, took down the hamburger sign from the wall, and told the staff he wanted the style shown in the photo. The staff tried to dissuade him, but Stan wouldn't budge. Having no choice, the staff had to make the hamburger Stan asked for. The new hamburger was ready soon, but because of the brace, Stan couldn't open his mouth to eat it. Bystanders gathered around to watch him try, but Stan was at a loss. Then the customers started to leave. Stan stopped them, gave a hard push, and the screws of the brace soon loosened. In the next second, the screws seriously injured a customer. Stan kept trying to open his mouth, one after another. The loose screws knocked the colas out of the customer's hands, and even hit the ceiling lights and broke them. Finally, Stan took his first bite of the hamburger, and everyone around him clapped and cheered. But the next moment, Stan clutched his jaw and collapsed to the ground in pain. When Stan opened his eyes again, the doctor was scolding him for the incident. Francine immediately got into an argument with the doctor. Stan tried to step in, but the doctor mistakenly thought his jaw had dislocated again, so he kept hitting Stan's jaw. It turned out that the burger joint where Haley worked had developed a new type of hamburger, and Stan had specially brought Francine to try it. While waiting in line, Francine noticed a man nearby playing music loudly, so she immediately threw a cola bottle at him. The man picked up the cola bottle from the ground to retaliate. Stan hurried to intervene but was knocked to the ground with a punch from the man. First, Stan gets used as a skateboard. Then he's tied to a spinning chair, and that's just the warm-up. After endless torture, Jack builds up a head of steam with a run-up, then clocks him so hard he knocks Stan cold.
They're up the stairs! For the love of God, you got the oranges up the stairs!
Just earlier, Stan had seen how wimpy Steve was and totally flipped his lid. He cooked up a plan quick to toughen Steve up.
Out here, I'm not your dad.
What are you talking about?
He beat the crap out of him, but Francine found out about it.
Steve, oh my God, who did this to you?
And Stan just kept spiraling out of control, making Steve's life totally miserable. To hunt down the bully, the whole family heads to the school. As the security footage rolls, Stan's panic skyrockets, but he can't stop what's coming.
You're Steve's bully?
Oh, gotta go to my xylophone lesson.
Luckily, he manages to book it. To protect Steve, Francine decides to step in. Flashback to her younger days, and she's dead sure she can handle this. But Steve's weakness is way worse than she thought. Later, Steve disguises himself as an old man, but it still doesn't stop Stan. In front of the entire school, Stan's about to yank down his son's underwear until Steve calls in backup. Suddenly, Stan's the one getting bullied. Everyone watches as Stan takes the beating, and after a brutal blow to the head, he finally comes to his senses. But man, does he pay a steep price for it? Stan's face got sliced off in a fight, and the guy who did it started impersonating him soon after. To keep Francine happy, Stan had signed up for all kinds of fancy wellness treatments, even checking into a hospital. The anesthesia knocked him out cold, but he jolted awake. Terrified, his face was gone, and he looked like a total monster. Worse yet, he'd lost his voice too.
Good morning, alleyway!
Fuming, Stan stumbled back home, but his family obviously wanted nothing to do with him. Cops arrested him right away. Later, Stan tracked his family down and tried to take them to the hospital, only to find it had been torn down. Even the billboards on the street were wiped clean. Stan lost it, and the imposter just kept mocking him. Turns out Stan had seized the guy's house years earlier, ruining his family. Now he was out for revenge. What he didn't notice, cameras had been rolling the whole time.
I can't get through to this guy! Arrest him!
After watching the footage, Tuttle believes Stan, but by then, Stan's family was in mortal danger. The imposter planned to turn them into monsters too. Using his memory, Stan raced to the docks and arrived just in the nick of time. The two went at it, and thanks to his agent training, Stan took the guy down easy.